Scholars, let's talk about video game adaptations, whether it be movies or let's talk about shows, whether it be on Amazon, Netflix, or wherever it may be. We love video games and we love to see our favorite games on the big screen. We get excited. We hope for the best. We cringe at the worst. We have had some bangers, like Sonic was an amazing adaptation. Mario. People love the Mario movie. I thought it was pretty good. I know there was a lot of criticism, but overall, I thought it was pretty good. Unfortunately, we have Minecraft, which I heard is a dumpster fire, unless you're a kid, like you're 10 years old, or like a absolute diehard Minecraft fan. But outside of that, we also had some bangers. Or sorry, we had some other stinkers that we know are stinkers. Halo, one of my favorite games, and it's been butchered. It's been brought down to whatever generic ass garbage the Halo Silver timeline was. Thank God, rest in piss. You will not be missed. God, what a horrible adaptation. But we're not talking about that. We're not talking about all the bad adaptations that we've had in the past. Let's talk about the current adaptations. What am I talking about? Well, we're talking about Netflix's Devil May Cry. I watched it. Devil May Cry is a series that I grew up with. Well, I didn't say grow up with, but pretty much in my high school, I remember playing all the Devil May Crys. I started with Devil May Cry 3, worked my way back. I never did beat Devil May Cry, the first one. I know. I watched my friend play it. I was like, okay, cool. This is really cool. On a PlayStation, God, talk about those days. PlayStation 2, man. Playing Devil May Cry, playing Dante's Awakening, being able to have infinite devil trigger and just go into your demon mode and just start slaying, or playing as Virgil and you're just this big hulking knight and it's just so badass. But here we have some diverse reactions. So let's just read what we have. April 4th. I'm a little behind. The release of Devil May Cry anime on Netflix has led to a polarized response among friends, probably friends and family. Let's be honest. Fans, while some appreciate the animation and Dante's portrayal, many criticize the series for straying too far from the original video game's essence. Critics argue that adaptation fails to capture the spirit of the games, with some fans even calling one of the worst adaptations of a Japanese video game franchise, despite the criticism. There are viewers who enjoyed the series enough to consider watching a potential second season. Discussion reflects a broader debate on how video game adaptations should be balanced, fidelity to the source material with creative liberties. I think a perfect example is Halo. Halo had some, obviously, Halo things, but they decided we're just going to make our own thing, and we all saw what happened when they made their own thing. It was ass. It was garbage. Now, do I think Devil May Cry is on par with that? No. I don't think the Netflix series was on par. In fact, I will tell you right now, the first couple episodes, I really got into it. I was like, okay, this is kind of badass, even though there were some glaring issues that I didn't like. Overall, I would give this like a 7. It's not the worst thing I've seen. It's not the worst adaptation, but it does miss the essence of the game. Let's see what other people have to say, and I'll yap later. So I think a good point is, for the people who don't understand why this is a big deal, the major cornerstone which DMC lore is built on is that Sparta overcame his nature to protect the human world. If demons can just spontaneously be good, then there's nothing special about Sparta's rebellion. And that's a big thing. I don't know what it is about every source of media, even an anime, where the demons have to be also the good guys. Devil May Cry, most 99% of the devils and the demons are bad, or they're brainless, or they just want to kill. And I think that's okay. You don't need to have an emotional reaction to demons being the good guys. We don't need to build that in, like, oh my God, we got these innocent families, we got these demon children. Like, that's not Devil May Cry. No one gives a shit about demon children. No one gives a shit. And what's worse is that is the core reason for the villain. The villain is this really cool, like Alice in Wonderland rabbit, white rabbit. And I was really sold on the villain. I'm like, oh my God, what's he gonna do? What's he doing? And then you find out he's just a dude upset that good demons got killed, and now he just wants to open up hell itself because demon world is being consumed by Mundus, and it's being poisoned, and so now we've got to save the good demons, and we're gonna just make the humans suffer because of them. Somehow it's our fault because of Sparta sealing it. It was just this whole convoluted, stupid ass. The plot point is about the main thing is about the same in every game. There's this big baddie who wants to open up the door to hell or the underworld and release all the demons into the world. That is like a core plot line that they got right, because that happens in almost like every version of Devil May Cry to some degree. It's like the plot point of every video game except for maybe 4, where the priest is trying to become Sparta, the Sparta god himself. Like he's big ass statue trying to control everything. But outside of that, like the plot point is pretty much like good on them. They kept the basics of, but then they went on, they derailed it because the whole reason for opening it is not to release Mundus or to, you know, really take over the world. It's just because I want revenge because you killed my family. Which is kind of like, it makes sense if it was like Lady or like not like someone else, but it makes no fucking sense for the villain. Like, all the villains have been tasteful, but this plot point is one of the most fucking stupid plot points I have ever seen. I mean, you look at the villain. Okay, well, let's save that. We'll talk about her in a minute. We talk about the other villain, which is humans. And I cannot believe that they did this. The underworld has always been like this, you know, the place of the most evil. And yet we have this like American invasion of like, I love Kevin Conroy, and this was his, like, I guess one of his last hurrahs. And it hurts my soul because he could have been turned into like a villain, but he's just this super American Christian who wants to do God's will, and he wants to conquer hell. Like it is insane, dude. Why? Like, this is the stupidest thing. Like, humans invade hell, and we're like supposed to be sad. And you've got Green Day in the background. So I can't help but watch it because it's just literally nuke. They just bomb hell, and you're supposed to feel bad because like, oh no, it's like innocent demons. And then they also freeze Dante, which makes no sense. Like, I don't know how they captured Dante. But yeah, oh yeah, let's back it up. So they drop nukes, they drop bombs. It is insane how they took what is Devil May Cry and made it some political bullshit. If this right here doesn't explain why this is a shitty anime, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. This is not Devil May Cry. And this is coming from the game that does stupid crap. Where is it? Like this. Yeah, so we're playing the old school Devil May Cry. By the way, shout out. I do want to say that they did bring back some like Devil May Cry 4 and 5 and some other songs and kind of redid them. But I think it was really like, I had like some PTSD when they started playing like other like Limp Bizkit, and I was like, what am I watching? Is this 2010? And not in the good way 2010. Like, this is when people are trying to be cringy with it. That's what it was. It felt cringy. It's like, just play more of the Devil May Cry theme. I remember watching the original anime for Devil May Cry. Yes, there's an older anime, and it was pretty much very one-to-one. Like, this is Devil, and so it's so one-to-one that it is actually considered canon to the actual storyline. It is actually considered canon.
Stand a thing in this game, bro. This game has done nothing but just confuse me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand what's going on.
We're talking about a game that does stupid fun stuff like this. Granted, they did have this part, like the scene in like one of the first episodes, which shout out to them. I was happy to see it. It was great. It's moments like that you're like, that's Dante. Like that is absolutely Dante, and that's the essence we want to see, but they don't do it often. In fact, they make him more like Deadpool-ish, which I thought was like, he's not Deadpool. They also made the mistake of making him really weak. It's so weird because the entire time in most of the games when he's fighting, he's good at avoiding. Like he does get beat up occasionally once in a while, but most of the time he's just dodging, avoiding, and being very sassy. Like he's just making statements. Like I'll show you an example. This is a normal conversation for Dante.
I've never seen a talking mud before. You know, in a dog show, you definitely take first place. Easy, Fido. How about I take you out for a walk? Come on, puppy. Let's go. Oh, you poor thing.
He's just a sassy guy.
Teach you how to use a door? Huh? Give me a break. Tell you what, next time I'll try and wear some cologne, okay?
Who the hell are you?
Glad I got your attention. I was beginning to feel a little ignored.
See,
As appealing as that sounds, I think I'll pass.
he's never, it doesn't seem like he's ever in danger.
You don't say.
He does crap like this. He's never actually in danger. He's just doing stupid crap to piss them off.
Wish you would have noticed me earlier. Now my coat's all charred. Sounds like
Here we
you're
go.
overcompensating. Besides, I didn't want you to get a creak in your neck for looking down at me. Silence.
See, a lot of the bosses that they did bring was good.
That costume looks a little big. I thought you had better taste than that. How about I take it in a little? Oh, easy there, fella. Hey, I remember a stinky little pooch just like you. Looks like your master's got you on a pretty short leash. Come on, little puppy. I'll take you out for a walk. Come on, let's go. So, you're the strongest in the litter. Looks like we're gonna need a bigger leash. Come.
And so that's what people like about Dante. He's sassy. He's never really in danger. Mostly because he does get in danger, it's very important to the story, like getting stabbed in the chest or almost dying. Like, you know that the person is a big baddie, like a real big baddie. But in this, he's just getting beat up by everyone. Everyone just beats him up. Like, he's actively in danger multiple times, and it doesn't make sense. And then Lady. I don't know why they murdered Lady. They killed her, like, they turned her into this overly masculine woman when she was already a badass. They made her the most manly woman, which is so stupid to her character. Yeah, they did give some classic throwback toward the end of like her dad, you know, eating, which is weird because they made it to where he turned into a demon, then ate her mom, which is not actually what happened. In fact, I understand they didn't want to do like another, obviously, Dante's Awakening. This was a respin of it with elements from all parts of the games with different enemies, bosses. I just think the whole center on the humans, like the dark, calm, you could remove that and it would make the game, or the movie, the show much better. Like, the whole reason this entire time, Lady's a bitch just to be a bitch. Like, she's like, I hate demons, I hate people, I hate everyone. When she had like good character development, now she went from being a total bitch to just oh, well, demons are good, so I gotta protect the demons. But that's never been her thing. Like, let me try to pause this. Like, that's never been her thing. This is real lady.
What a surprise. Here I was looking for you, and lo and behold, you come to me.
Mary.
Don't ever call me that again. My mother was the only one who could say my name.
Wait. Please. Do you really want to shoot me? Can you shoot me? Your own father? What have I done wrong? Even the heroic Sparta sacrificed a woman so that he could become a legend. I wish to be a god! And I sacrificed one miserable human being for that reason.
Good villain, by the way.
Was that really so awful? I have some unfinished business to take care of. Help me, Mary.
Mary died a long time ago. My name is Lady. Goodbye, Father.
No!
Can you imagine why Netflix didn't do anything like this? You can't have a woman have daddy issues. You can't have it. Can't have her be weak or vulnerable. She has to be the most macho, masculine woman you've ever seen. God forbid they do have some daddy issues. Dude, this game did emotion correctly. The character development you actually cared about. Isn't it crazy?
There, I thought I wasn't gonna cry.
Here you go. See, exactly. Emotional, and like that's the thing. You can't have a strong, sensitive woman who's also a badass. You can't do both. It has to be masculine. Even then, when she's all grown up, she's hot as hell. And she's still a badass. Like, she's absolutely a badass. That's Lady. This is the lady we like. And what's funny, what's really annoying about the whole shebang bang is that Dante isn't trying to, like, isn't attracted. The entire time in the show, people are joking about Lady and Dante being a couple. And that's never been what it's been about. They've always been just like comrades. Like Dante has never shown like he's goofed around with like demons, like the sexy guitar lady. Like he's obviously been a flirt, but he's never shown like actual attraction to like Trish, who looks like his mother. And then Lady, like it's always been like he has a harem without the harem. Like he's the dude that he's like, I'm here to kick butt and shoot answers. The ladies are on the side. Bros for the hose. But like you took some of the core characters and made them suck. Like Dante himself is not that good. And then you just the core story about the humans being the bad guys, which we've had some bad humans, right? But usually just because they've turned themselves into demons, not invading hell for America. Like even like the fights where it matters, where it's like a tooth and nail fight. Like this is for a trailer for a mobile game, apparently. This is based on younger Dante too. And just look at the fighting, right? Like he's young, he's not as experienced, but it's still like badass. And there's some moments in the actual anime where he has some cool fighting scenes, but he also struggles. Like Rudra and Agni, I think it's I forgot their names. The red and blue dudes with the swords, which I'm also annoyed that he doesn't steal their swords. Like that's what Dante does, is he literally gets involved by you stealing the souls of demons and use them as weapons. Like you don't see none of that. And that's another thing, which really is fucking annoying. By the way, here's classic lady. What's really annoying is that the entire show, he breaks his guns. We don't have the legendary Ebony and Ivory. Just the entire time he's using generic ass Berettas. Or lady uses guns that have bullets that make demons actually die. Like, I don't think you need to do that. The video game never explained how Dante kills demons outside just using a gun, or how lady uses guns. Like, you don't need to explain this. Like, the whole focus of, oh, you can tell they're a demon because it explodes. Oh, you're not a demon. You're a devil. You're a devil spawn. Like, there were so many convoluted points that no one gives a shit. If the show didn't take itself serious, which it did, it took itself way too serious. If the show said, you know what? Let's have some dumb, stupid fun. Imagine being a fan of DMC for years, even when it looked like Capcom abandoned their IP for almost 15 years. Then DMC 5 revives the series. Phenomenal game. Then some slop Netflix anime gets shit out. And now we have secondaries like this person calling you a fake fan for not eating slop. I've been a fan my whole life. I'm like 30 years old. I enjoy this anime. I think you all need to hate things. It's canon, so enjoy it for what it is. Don't hate it for what it's not. It's not canon, just accept Dante being constantly beat and humiliated, as well as emasculated by lady who wears like a Vizipop girl boss character. All while the story is a period piece of post 9/11 America of commentary on Iraq war. It's Devil May Cry. No, I don't think I will. And I think that's a good shout. Like, a lot of people do not like it. It is a bastardization of the thing. There's too many things that just are bad. When we literally have like some classics. If you look at the classic, it was so faithful to the original, to the games. I'm sorry. I want to like the anime, but there's moments where it feels like Devil May Cry. Then there's moments that doesn't make sense. There's too much focus on humans. There's too much humanizing of demons. The core villain was stupid. Like, when they mentioned Mundus, I was like, hell yeah. We're about to have some Mundus action, like Devil May Cry 1. No, we didn't. We had this nonstop of Dante's weak. They also have stupid cult, like, the Devil Trigger seems like... I'm sorry. I've watched, what is it? Is it Devil Baby or whatever? I forgot what it's called. It's another anime where it's about the guy becoming a demon and fighting. Like, it reminds me of that show, because his Devil Trigger just feels like this most generic, like I just let's look at it. I'm just very curious. Devil May Cry Devil Trigger. By the way, they never call it Devil Trigger in the shows. Like, this is some of the devil triggers that we have in the game. That's just badass. Obviously, this is Sparta, but this is what we had. That is really freaking cool. I'm sorry. The show did not do a good enough job of, because it keeps some of the humanism of Dante. Like, it's obviously he's a demon, but he's also, you can see the human aspect of him. You can see the human, like, he's got his face, his hair, like, it's really cool. Even Nero has more of, like, his original humanness. And then they just make the anime version. Like, what the hell is this? What the fuck is this? Here we have the Devil May Cry 3. What the hell is that? What is this? That is not, it looks like shit. It looks like shit. Yes, he does kind of have, like, I don't know, maybe he does have more human than I thought. He's got his hair and then a face. But it looks like shit. Like, I'm sorry. I will just not like it. And it was forced. Like, literally blowing up an airplane with the vice president and a bunch of humans is what caused Dante to go in his devil, even though him being stabbed by his brother and almost killed in Devil May Cry is the 3 is what made him unlock his devil abilities. That's what it was. I'm sorry. I just can't get behind. I just can't get behind this. It is bad. The anime is very, like, it's not good. Like I said, it has moments like this where you're like, that's badass. Like, I love this part because it's definitely got the vibe of Devil May Cry. But most of the time, he's getting his ass beat, or he doesn't say anything really clever. He's just saying the most generic ass statements like, okay. People around defending, oh no, I'm just a tourist. Yeah, there's a lot of grifters and tourists who want to defend this. It is so hard to defend it. Like, moments like this where you're like excited because you're like, hell yeah, this is Devil May Cry right here. Just going in, slaying out, kicking ass. It's not even a boss scene. It's just straight up fighting. This is the part that I loved about the show. Like, this is the part that I really got into. And
Son of a really ugly guy with a weird thing for bats?
like, this part's like, oh, okay. Okay, I'm going to mute it. But yeah, it's like, we go from him being a badass to now he can barely scrape away, even though we just saw this boss in Devil May Cry 5. And granted, it is an older Dante, but every big baddie has to be like this hardcore thing. See, that's funny. That's a Dante. See, when the anime does stuff like this, I'm all for it because that is a Dante move, using the corpse and carcasses of enemies as actual like fighting weapons. But he's also not using any guns. He's not like, that's the part. He's not using his ebony and ivory. Like, he would be totally gun blasting everything in the vicinity. He'd be jumping around using his guns, and they intentionally made the guns destructible so that we have this struggle of him running around. Like, this is cute and all. This is great. But he's just dodging most of the time, not even doing, like, I don't know. It could be better. I think it needs to be better. I didn't like it overall. It had its moments where I like, okay, this is badass. Yeah, I'm going to say that there are people that are taking it to extreme. The show had much better writing than the game. What do you mean? Why are we pretending like we like DMC for the story? Most of the cool... What are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, people watch literally Devil May Cry because of the story. Like, what are you talking about? Anyways, I just wanted to rant because Devil May Cry is it's just another adaptation that was subpar. It wasn't a total abomination like Halo, but my God, it is so many things. Like, remove the politics, remove the stupid garbage about the humans. Like, have one bad human, that's fine, but we don't need introduce a bunch of human characters that no one gives a shit about. Like, no one cares about that. Make Dante be his quippy self, but stop making him a weak little bitch. Like, even in Devil May Cry 3, he wasn't a weak little bitch. He was just this sassy, I'm better than you. And that's okay. You can have a more confident, cocky, gets his ass beat by the big bad, and then he grows up a little bit. Like, you could do that, but this entire time, he just feels like he's just getting his ass kicked, and he's struggling the entire time. And it's really, and for what? It's not Mundus. It's a rabbit who just wants revenge on humans, who himself is human. Anyways, rant over. Have yourself a good one.